Hi, I'm Kai Love from the Henry Williams Love Foundation, and I am here to give you 5 tips on becoming a more successful scholarship applicant. There's scholarships for all types of things: college, university, trade programs, training programs, professional and personal development opportunities. But if you apply these 5 tips I'm going to give you, I guarantee that you're going to be even more successful. And I want you to reach your goal. I want you to be happy and live a very full life. And scholarships can help you be able to do that. Tip number 1, the power of positive thinking. Don't you sit down and try to apply for these scholarships when you know you're not in the right frame of mind, okay? Because that means that you're not going to give your best effort. You're not going to share your best story. You're not going to give your best self. And your best self is needed to show up in these scholarship applications, whether that be on paper or online or through a video presentation such as this. We need good positive energy when you are starting this process, or if you're in the middle of this process. You might need to do a reboot and a reset because you started out not so positive. If you are going into the application process already negatively thinking that you will not get the scholarship, guess what? There's a good chance that you're probably not going to get it, even if you were qualified for it, because you didn't put some stank on the application, okay? Don't do that. Power of positive thinking. Affirm yourself. Instead of saying, I hope I get it, say, I'm about to get this scholarship. I'm about to slay this scholarship. This scholarship is lit and it's mine, so everybody else needs to move back. Positive thinking is necessary. Make sure that you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically ready to endure this process, because it is a process. It's a lot of words, it's a lot of sharing, it's a lot of deadlines and timelines and waiting, and you want to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind, right physical body, right spiritual space to be able to endure this process. So that's tip number 1, the power of positive thinking. Tip number 2, you need to do your research. You are not going to magically hear about a scholarship and it's going to float down and float into your brain and then you'll know what to do. You actually have to have some action behind this step. You need to research. Research based on your interests. Research based on what your goal is, whether that is an educational major and degree or some type of program, certification, your talents, your skills. Research. If you go right into the Googles and type scholarship for single moms who want to cook, guess what? The Googles will send you something back. If you go into the Googles and you type C student scholarship local university, it is going to spit out a whole lot of information. Do your research and over-research and ask questions about those things that you just don't know about. Use your local resources, your library. Your librarians are like golden, okay? They know a lot about everything. Go to your local library. Go to your school counselors. If your school counselor is not helpful, because my school counselor in high school was not helpful. If your school counselor is not helpful, then go to your favorite teacher, go to your principal, go to other administrators in your school space. If you are involved in the social services or human services in your community, go to your case manager. Go to people that you trust and ask them for assistance. There's a lot of information out there, and the Googles may not just give you all the information. If you are part of your family is part of a fraternity or sorority. I'm part of the greatest sorority in the universe. That would be Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. We, my chapter specifically, the JASIC chapter out here in the south suburbs of Chicago, we give away a scholarship to students as well. So check with your local fraternal and sorority organizations, your churches. There are lots of people that are giving out scholarships, but you have to do your research. Henry Williams Love Foundation partners with Safe and Sound on their Arts and Activism Scholarship Program, which is a fantastic scholarship for students that is not based on grade point average. It's actually based on your scholarship and service and activism and arts. I think that is a beautiful marriage of opportunity for students that sometimes don't get looked at because they are looking for students that have more academic prowess. And this scholarship, the Arts and Activism Scholarship, awards scholarship to students who excel in 5 different varieties of art forms and activism. You can check the Safe and Sound website, which I'll link in the video for more information about that. And the Henry Williams Love Foundation specifically is supporting scholarships for students who have either lost a parent or are connected to the foster care system. So there are students that are probably watching this right now, or parents or family members who are like, what? We didn't even know that that was out there. Well, now you know. You heard? Okay. Number 3, and this is an important one. This is very important. You have to create a schedule for yourself. Get you a piece of paper if you're not, one that likes to get on Google Fusion tables or Excel to create a spreadsheet. Get you a piece of paper and create you a table of deadlines, scholarship, information that's needed, and work that schedule. Deadlines are very important. There are very few scholarships that have extensions. Some of them do because life happens, but most of them are very hard deadlines, meaning that if you do not turn in all of the information that is requested, then you will not be considered. So you need to have a schedule of the opportunities and then work your schedule. I say that every day you should be spending an hour either researching or writing an application for scholarships for whatever it is you need a scholarship for. An hour minimally every single day. You have to work your plan. Applying for scholarships is an active process. It is not a passive process. If you passively apply, if you passively wait, if you are one of these people who say, oh, I work better under pressure, I guarantee that you are not going to be successful in this journey. The best applications and the ones that are successfully funded are the ones that have had time to think about it, time to be intentional about it, time to show and demonstrate whatever the personality or skill that the application is looking for. Those are the ones that typically win the awards because the person who applied took the time and had a system and they worked their system, they worked their plan. And I want that for y'all. Don't be telling me on the Facebook later on, oh, I forgot to write down the due date and I missed the scholarship, and you put up a meme with a sad face like, oh, why does life always happen to me? Because you didn't plan. Plan better, people. Okay. Number 4. I know this is something that is a struggle for some of us. Not because of ability, but we've become accustomed to reading things really fast, especially on social media. Things go fast. We skim it. We determine if we are interested or not. College scholarships, training scholarships, job scholarships, all these types of opportunities, they have all of the guidelines listed. You have to read through each application at least one time really good. I would say you need to read it 2 times. 1 time really good and 2 time highlighting or taking note of the things that are important. Because sometimes these application guidelines, they give you tips on how you can get more points. And there are people, because you did not read the application all the way through, you missed it. And it was the thing that could have maybe topped you over so that you could get the prize. So tip number 4, read the application thoroughly. If you have comprehension problems, ask someone to read the application with you. This is not a time to be shamed, okay? Trust and believe that there is a whole world full of people who don't judge, who don't shade, who aren't petty, who just want you to be successful and live your best life and will help you without wanting anything in return. I'm one of those people. And I know that there's a lot more like me. Anthony Townsend from Safe and Sound, he's one of those people. The whole Safe and Sound youth crew, they're that type of people. The board of the Henry Williams Love Foundation, we are that type of people. So if you need help, ask for it. People will help you along your journey. And the most important thing that you can do in this process is take note of when the scholarships are going to report back, if you've received it or not, and any other additional requests that may come in the consideration process. So if you know that you apply for a scholarship that has a due date of April 11th and you're going to hear back by May 30th, and you don't hear anything by May 30th, you may want to give those scholarship organizations a call or send them a quick email to say, hey, I just am wondering what's going on. I submitted my information, because you may find out that technology failed you. You pressed the send button, but the powers that be in your internets, interwebs, had the information stuck somewhere. Or on their end, they may have had a technical issue where your application is sitting in spam or something like that. Don't just apply and don't follow up unless the application specifies that, because some scholarship applications organizations receive so many that they can't get back to everyone. So unless they specifically say don't follow up, please do follow up to ensure that every place that you apply gives you a response back, so that you know. And if they send you information because they want more information in your consideration, please be timely with that follow-up. I don't know how many students have gotten a question back from the deciding committee because something wasn't clear in the application, and because they had already moved on to something else, they weren't present in their process, that the email sat in their email box and the deadline for response passed them by. If an organization is coming back to you and asking you for more information, that means they're interested, okay? So be responsive. There are lots of busy people who are behind these scholarship applications, and they're doing this to help you, and they just don't have time to babysit a answer coming back for a question that they've asked, okay? So be respectful, be responsive, stay in your process. The process for each scholarship does not end until you receive notification of either an award, hopefully, or that you were not considered, which doesn't preclude you from applying for anything else in the coming years. So that is my 5 tips to becoming a better and more successful scholarship applicant. Number 1, the power of positive thinking, right? Number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. If you need some help, you have questions, send me some comments, okay? We will certainly be responsive to you. And if you're interested in applying for the Safe and Sound Arts, and Activism Scholarship, please visit their website, which I will link below. Y'all have a good day. Peace out.